Hello. Welcome. This is our first go around. Take it or leave it. We're going to release this every Tuesday, so we will always see you next Tuesday. And we're going to give you a little background on why it started. We have these conversations in private, and it was like, but probably they should be public for some people that don't get to have a friend like we each have that can talk about the weird, wild, wonderful, and then also our very diverse set of ideas being Sagittarius sun and a Gemini sun. And since we're going to refer to astrology here often enough, why don't you start, Nada, with introducing yourself and maybe giving us a little astro rundown? Because the people will want to know.
So most, or not most, I have a stellium in Cancer. My Mars, Mercury, and Moon is in Cancer. So when I'm in my feels, or when I'm thinking about my feels, then I can be very watery. But my core personality, my sun sign is in Gemini. So I'm sort of like Tigger the Tiger. And my rising is Aries. So I can be very what's a soft word for Aries? That's an oxymoron, but you know what I mean? Like just very simple, like, well, it'll work or it won't work, or let's do this. So I can be very childlike altogether with Gemini and Aries, but then my moon in Cancer keeps it real and keeps it connected. So I feel very, very intuitive, but also like playful, like
Right.
just, yeah.
No Earth in your major placements?
North Node in Taurus, Midhaven in Capricorn, and something else was Earth, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Your human design, 1-3 generator?
Oh, Venus in Taurus.
Yes.
Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen candles.
Oh, I don't off the top of my head have that much detail about my astrology, but I am a Sag sun, Gemini rising, and a Leo moon, which I either get amazing or oof, it's too bad.
It's too what? Too bad?
Like, oh, that's too bad. That must be tough. I'm like, oh, okay. With a stellium in Sagittarius, actually. So, yeah, we love that. My whole chart is oriented around the descendant, which is the other person, like to other people.
Interesting.
So even where your stellium is will show you what your orientation of like focus in life can be.
Allison, my bestie, has a stellium in Sag, so I clearly have a type. Like it feels good to be around someone that's so open and sexy flexy.
Yeah, super flex. So we'll just get into it. So creative constipation, physical manifestation. What's been happening for you? You want to go first? What's been happening for you with your creative?
No, I was going to say I want you to go first because
I can go first. Yeah. So, because I talk to my spirit guides on a regular, ongoing basis, like don't bother me when I'm walking alone in the streets. I'm actually having a conversation with my best friends upstairs. When I ask for more direction, they'll often be like, you got to do the thing I told you to do. And so it means that if I'm not, say, acting on doing a podcast, it's like that has to stand at the very front of the line. And they're like, yeah, there's lots of stuff behind that line, behind that creative expression. But until you do the first thing, you're not going to be able to really access the other things with much ease. Is how it occurs to me. And then if I stall or hesitate, it's like the line gets longer. And as the line gets longer, I have physical discomfort in my body because I want to do the seventh thing, but the seventh thing in line only really can happen if I just finish the first thing. So, yeah. Okay, go.
I have a question regarding that.
Okay. Buzzy.
I'm visualizing what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is it a belief that you have to, nope, I lost it, ADHD. because I was politely waiting for you to finish your thought, but I had a very deep belief. It was
That it has to be in order.
yeah, and also is the actual message keep it simple, stupid, keep it moving, bish, like let it out. Like keep it simple. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be the right thing. It doesn't have to be the right order. I literally need you to create garments of creativity and I'm a sell it at the hut. Is that what it's saying?
Usually when I've tried to just do like the seventh thing that came to me, it doesn't feel like it's working. And I didn't realize this until I kept being like, but now I want to,
Revise, revise, revise.
no, it's like I want to start a new thing. So like,
Mm.
and I really, as a generator, you can only do the thing that's in front of you, and then you can do the next thing. So it's like I'm often on the grass and I want to jump to the seventh stone. And they're like, you literally just physically can't do that right now. You need to learn how
Mm.
to step on the first stone. So it would be like, I want to make these overalls,
Canvas bags, canvas
canvas
bags.
bags. But they're like, that's not the most important thing, but you can't access that passion, but you have to do these other things. We need to know your other things that are going to support you are in motion before we let you go down this crazy rabbit hole. And like, I've tried, but there's usually a prioritization of probably positive impact is what I'm assuming, or I'm going to meet somebody or whatever. Like everything else probably gets easier if I do the
Mm.
thing that feels the most prominent. And it's like a body feeling.
So here's my quest. Are you suggesting that that's likely the case for most people or pertaining to your human design and your astrology?
I have not asked enough people, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I do think that not waiting for the perfect moment is probably correct for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people might be able to, maybe for them, it's not a line, it's just like a field of strawberries and they can just pluck from the field. I feels in my body like there has to be some sort of like this and then that.
Hmm. Okay, because yesterday I had an osteopathic treatment on a farm in Mirabel, Quebec, because I'm visiting Montreal. And she's a teacher of mine. She's an intuitive healer. And so basically, between the messages from the horses and from her downloads, she'll do a physical, like what's physically manifesting in the body.
Yeah.
Plus, she'll get downloads about what needs to shift in your body or why the physical manifestation has come to take place. And so, fuck, I need a notepad so the old ADHD keeps me on track. So, anyways, when I was there, it all boiled down to my experience, which was having I had an ultrasound recently for my pelvic pain and some bleeding, and it was cysts in the ovaries. And she said, "Oh, these are projects. Like when you have cysts in your pelvis, it's essentially projects that are yours that have not been expressed." And so her suggestion from the horses, particularly writing, she's like, anything every day that aligns with almost like tapping and draining that energy, shrinking it by draining creative potential that's bubbling up in the idea world, but that I don't prioritize. So then it just gets stuffed and stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So for mine, I don't think there's a linear pattern to it. But I wonder if for so I'm going to take that advice, but for yours, I wonder if there's a reason that you don't execute it. Mine is that I decide that like joy and creativity needs to be put on hold till I'm anxiously executing like family tasks and am responsive hashtag cancer stellium to all this shit coming up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I wonder if yours is different because you're like, I can bypass that one that feels daunting or like strikes a chord of insecurity or blah blah blah. Do you feel like yours is avoidant or do you feel like it just doesn't get done?
Probably two things. Um, as soon as I come up with like a roadblock, I'm like, cool, I'll come back to it. So like I can easily be hit an obstacle, but yeah, I'll come back to it. I don't really know how to figure that out. I'll come back to it. then I'll start
Yeah.
something else. Like almost like the dopamine hit of doing the new thing is what's satisfying me. But like actually, there's no true satisfaction because nothing's getting done. So it's like a false god where it's like, I'm so excited. Then I'm like, oh, it didn't get done. And it's like
Yeah.
those are all now like actively open in my body, but nothing's getting complete.
Yeah.
And then when things like,
You're buying the book and you're not reading it. You're like, this book
but
will answer.
but imagine your house has every book you bought that you started open. So it's like physically blocking you to like fucking walk around your house, right?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to things that are, pertain to my gifts, I think it still just feels shadowy sometimes, right? It's like whether it's being burned at the stake vibes or judged by people that have known me or my family, like there's also like always a hurdle. But the lesson is that I don't get over the hurdle by thinking my way through it. And I always act as though I do, right? So I always act.
When did you learn that?
Oh, I mean, I've known that for a while, and then the lesson comes back when I think I forget it. But my obsession is to think the way through for the least amount of pain and the most amount of success, which has nothing to do with the kind of energy I have. My energy, this is your energy. You actually have a little bit more prep in your body as your, but from a human design perspective, I only learn through doing. So I have to like be inspired, have the action, and start moving. I do not perfect by contemplation.
So
But
what is in your human design that is that? Oh, the 3-line time bomb.
Because we both have 3. So I'm a 3-5 where you're a 1-3. So you actually do research and preparation. And sometimes you would drown by trying to get enough information. Where mine is more this like, I mean, it depends, but a perception of wanting to be perfect the first time I start. I don't want to make mistakes out loud. That's my 5th line. And the irony is that's how I learn. And when I'm going that way, I'm so happy and satisfied. But it's that inner shadow of probably being critiqued or judged or not in control of the narrative, like all those things that my ego's, I'm assuming, flaring up every time. And so I think because I can be so shiny object syndrome, spirit or my body, my energy is like, cool, we could inspire this bitch to start some stuff. But if we let her actively work on everything at the same time, not that anyone could, that's not going to ever get her anywhere. She's going to be racing her horses her whole life and only get them to like 3rd position, kind of like down the track. So I believe they're doing it, at least for me, so that I like come to some sort of mastery or comfort in rolling with something, say like podcasting, and then I can add the next thing on, and I can find skill and and then I can add it. So the irony is, all I have to do is start. And you see me, I'm like, I'm very busy doing many activities of things that I need to get done, like strategy. And it's like, bitch, your strategy is doing. I was like, doing and staying consistent with whatever you choose to do. I'm like, I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Well, stay consistent. Is that great?
Is what, consistency great?
Is that even possible for 3s? Don't we not want to do consistent? Don't we want to improve and shift? And
so consistency would be like, every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, I show up for creative time.
Yeah.
The flow, the intuitive part is I get to iterate by showing up and seeing what worked well and what I can improve. So the consistency is more like showing up. The possibility is to iterate because you show up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I do feel like that makes my ADHD brain like anything that you must feels less sparkly and exciting.
Right. It's the concept of like a lot of creatives will say, you know, like you actually can't wait for a creative inspiration to hit. Creative inspiration hits in the consistency of showing up to the paper.
Yes. Yes.
So instead of being like, I have to, it's like, oh, I get to, and I'll just see what comes out today.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a masterpiece every time, but a masterpiece will eventually come out if you show up every time. That's the concept.
Yeah, you're almost shifting the energy and taking away the pressure. It's like, this is the process. I'll just see what comes through. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like my lesson to learn right now is like, how can I enjoy the process? Because ultimately, you'll always be in process. The reward ideally is kind of like, cool, let's get, but you get pleasure from the process.
What are you showing up to do? Because you're not writing, right? You're showing up to actually be seen, do
Yeah, like
podcasts.
podcast, social media content, trying to figure out how to make a fucking visual that goes nicely with words I want to write down, not have total shame around not feeling like I'm a very good writer. Because, when you get put in special ed as a child, yesterday I had a spelling error. I was like, no, we're not going to redo this. But that kind of shit, when you have your own internal stuff, you could spend 6 hours writing one post if you're not careful. So you have to get better at saying, like, I have to get better at being like, okay, put it out.
Mm. I think that somebody that would judge you for a typo is a serial killer.
Yeah, but people do. It's happened.
Yeah, but you don't want those people
I
in your
know.
business because then they'd be critiquing how you do everything. Like,
Totally. But it's like this, but it's just people on the internet. It's because it's when it's intimate to you, when you care so deeply, it's harder to brush it off, is what I learned. Like when I was a recruiter, I'd be like, yeah, go fuck yourself, whatever. I'll fix it, no problem. Because it wasn't the same intimacy within my own like belief system where the work I do now feels so intimate and important. I have to be really in my own presence, like my own assuredness to be like, thanks. The message I
yeah,
put out was more important than the typo.
100% how you take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to have assuredness and you have to also model what's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be like me feeling like I don't know how to give advice in healthcare because I'm ashamed that I'm not a size 28 and, 6% body fat.
Right.
Like if I was worried about them reading it that way, I'd just be like, that's actually not health and that's not what I'm trying to convey to you. Like,
Yeah.
what I own for what I want for you is what I give myself.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I usually just assume the person's just mirroring back my own shadow to me. So I go, oh, okay,
Yes,
thanks for
queen.
showing me my shadow. That's uncomfortable. And go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Okay, so cool. So since I've talked to you last, aka like 4 minutes ago, what what is going to change for this? Are you calling it energetic constipation? What are you calling it?
so one, it's asking friends to do podcasts with me.
Yeah.
And then just scheduling time for myself to sit down because it's not like it's an issue. Meaning I could do it on Instagram Live, but it wasn't like a place people consume it in the same way, like long form content.
Mm.
Uh, so it's like just figure out what works. Maybe I go on Instagram Live and I do it here. And I do it on Instagram Live because I like the energy of someone being there, but I can't do it in public. So it's like just figuring out how to make it work for your own energy.
Okay, and podcast is at the rectal opening. Like podcast is that project that.
I have been doing podcasts for 7 years before I even had this business. People are like, I don't know, but like I think video on podcast is your thing. And I was like, but what? They're like, I don't know. Like lay people, you know what I mean? Like not people that are spiritual or tapped in. Like, and I remember being like,
Yeah.
okay. And the fact that I won't just sit down and do it means it probably is important or it is a gateway for me.
Yeah.
So, why do you think there's something else besides podcasting?
I just think I want clarity because I still feel like your energy's buzzing everywhere. And I just want to know like what the actual structure of your perceived steps to success looks like now.
Yeah. So podcasting means I have the whole statement of like work set out, meaning it's like pick a topic,
Yeah.
pick 3 takeaways, sit down and do my normal riff because I'll definitely riff on a bunch of things, but then make sure it comes back to the 3 points so people can receive it, right? Like it's not about just talking, it's about can people receive what you have to share. And then just following the statement of like the work process to get it out into the world. I mean, I recorded a 10 series podcast 2 years ago and never recorded it because the topics were too shadowy for me. Like we talked about such out there
Yeah.
things that I probably need to go back and ask those people if I can release it if it feels good for them. But it was like, it was too weird for me at the time versus now I'm in a space where I could talk about those topics.
I wonder if there's like a market and if it would be rewarding enough for it to ironically be a podcast about how to just fucking start a podcast.
Sure, but that would, you need to do those things with the intention of like that. My intention would then be to pull people into coaching them about podcasts. And like the
Mm,
whole idea is that you either have a podcast for a hobby or a business. That would be a podcast for a hobby, and that's not like driving the impact I
no.
desire to make. It could be an episode, um, right? Because I have a 3 line, right? So what's my process for trial and error
Yeah.
experimentation?
Yeah.
Um, and that's the hard thing too, right? Like I interviewed people for 15 years. I could have a whole business on podcasting and interviewing and like that whole thing if that was my calling and my passion.
Okay, Oprah. So you're an interviewer.
Girlfriend,
You're Barbara Walters.
I'm Barbara Walters. I was practicing with
I'm
people.
John Stossel. John Stossel gave me big Aries energy.
Who?
Do you know who that is? John Stossel?
No idea.
Oh my God. So I think he was on 2020, and he was a short segment. And his whole thing, he had this like amazing mustache, and his whole thing was, give me a break. So he'd talk about like market things that are on the market that are a ripoff and or like processes of business and service that are ripoff. And he'd be like, give me a break at the
Yeah, I
end.
would like to. I'm going to look them up afterwards.
Obviously, YouTube this, yeah.
Um, how are you curious to see if you'll have a physical response to the creative output of your cysts, or like what are your reflections of?
He actually was saying, like, it's just interesting that in your conversation, a key piece was about like a concept of linear or prioritizing and staying in line, or at least that's what I was like seeing. Because with hers, she was just like, I want you to grab a journal. She's like, they keep showing me that you write. I want you to write, which I do. I want you to write. And all they're saying is talk to your ovary. She's like, start with the right one if you want, which is that was the one that I wanted to talk to. And then she's like, and just sit down and say, which cyst would like to come forward first? What would you like to say to me?
Mhm.
And when she had me visualize that process, I saw an open, almost like Beauty and the Beast, like book, like old library book. And like scribing, and she was like, they're just telling me, it wasn't that we were like tapping in, but she was just like, yeah, they just are telling me like writing is really important. She's like, I love this idea of you podcasting. I think that's fun. Like she's just, and say, write down 3 words. She's like, buy a new plant for your bedroom that just cuz. She's like, but basically it's literally like following creative urges that you usually tamper down because they're not useful, like it's just not the time.
Right.
And it's interesting because with the Airbnb business, with all those side hustles with renos, Simon's just like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, this has been so good, like, but don't you see that it's so good? But it's because I get to design
Yeah.
and create energy and create space.
Do you think the difference between the two of us is that my creativity is currently feeding my business, like a way to make money? Your creativity is feeding a different part of you. Like you
I
might
think
have
the
business
two of
eventually.
us are creatives.
Yeah.
And I think that when you describe it that way, I don't think that it's mutually exclusive to be for business or for life because the one feeds the other.
Yeah.
But I think your perception that it is for business puts
Yeah.
pressure on.
Yeah, of course. But no, I mean more as like, is it linear for me because it needs to be more of a practice that I show up to in a way that's like creating something, or is it linear just because that's how my brain works?
Um, I think it's your brain because I think Yeah, what part of it would have to be linear for you because nothing else in your life is, and you're quite ADHD too. Maybe it's just avoiding disappointing yourself by being overwhelmed. Maybe it's like I have to take this small piece and I have to chew off this piece, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to take another bite. Like maybe it's less that it has to be the tactic and more that you're trepidatious because you're learning that you start running and you fall down and you'd rather take a step and a step and a step.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I talk about you, it's the same as me. Like it's
Yeah.
all or nothing principle. That's literally a neurodivergent mind. That's how
Yeah.
it's wired. Yeah.
Versus like for you, yeah, just she's like every day just create something. Is in some ways like every day take a step forward.
Or come back to you, bitch. Like she said, I told you about like she said something about that it's just she's like your family and how you show up in the feminine as like the matriarch, the mother, like all of that is literally draining you because there's nothing on the other side of doing. She's like, so I just want you to do. I don't want you to feel and react. I want you to do. What were you saying right before that, before I forgot? I don't remember. See? I told you. I told you guys.
So engrossed in your story. I think it's just that you're going into like
Draining me. That one role is draining me. So I need to learn to, oh, it's not the fucking task. It's the act of
right.
following my inert wants.
Your intuition.
It's not, it doesn't need to, just even you're like, you're drawn to express yourself. And then in my head, I'm like, but I got to do this first. And so it dampens. I think in Chinese medicine, cysts are actually dampness. It dampens your needs and gets you doing all the things for others. So she's like, they're literally killing you. I'm like, okay, I'll tell them that.
Your family?
Yeah. Because your family literally draining you. It's killing you that you only are living for that. Which is so weird, eh? Because I'm like the last person that you would think identifies as just a mom, like not at all.
Yes and no, I would say. Like you're the most laid back mom I know.
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, it's there with you. Like you have to take vacations more than other people, but you also like bring your kids everywhere.
Yeah.
Like some moms don't leave their house because it's too much. Like we're just gonna go. Everyone's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like it's just a second. Like it's just like
it's like second skin. Like there's no separation in terms of like you're like, yep, I'm here, they're here. It's very non-North American, you know, like when I lived in France, it's like you go to the parties and people bring their kids. Like everyone that's not from North America, they're like, yeah, well, you would just sleep on the floor till your parents were done having fun.
Yeah.
And you have that kind of like, the kids come with us. We figure it out. We stop at the park. We need to burn their energy, but they also like don't get the special treatment where we only do children things or whatever.
Chitch and children's things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I also think if we bring Chinese astrology into it, I'm the year of the ox, and you know, like we're family. Our family values is huge. So I think that that's like deeply embedded in me. Right. Even nurture versus nature, like just even the stock that I come from, it's like family is ever present. It holds so much value to me in this lifetime of like why we be living.
Interesting. And the year of the dog?
Year of the dog is playful, loyal, loving, but really playful. Like it's about play. And ox ain't playing, girl. Like I'm lucky I got that Aries rising because ox, they don't play much. They get mad. See.
I often think about that in business, and I feel like you tell me that too. You're like, are you having fun? I'm like, yes. You're like, looks like you're really trying hard. And I'm like, that's really fun. You're like,
okay, time out. I would never say it that way. I'd be a lot more covert.
Yeah, but I would bluntly ask you, and you'd be like, yeah, no. I'd be like, then we talk about the fact that I have a Capricorn South Node. I was like, but just remind me. I was like, oh yeah, it has to be fun. I can get so serious for no good reason.
You are. When you show up, I'm like giggling inside watching. Like I love when you show up, the real you. But I get it, you're professional.
Fresh.
Yeah.
And someone told me yesterday, she retracted cold and she said formal. I go, I could take formal.
Oh, is that why you text me?
Yeah. It's one of my weirdest I think it's one of my weirdest traits in the entire world that I will listen to what people's perceptions are of me. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna
But
really
you
take that
don't.
on.
That's the funniest thing. It's
That
like
I
it.
water off a duck's back afterwards. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What is that? Because I'm like, I have a guttural response. If someone's judging me, instantly I'm like, does that make sense that someone could read me or has a right to read me? Like, isn't that in itself not what I respect? And so therefore, fuck you. And then it's gone. It's like it's logical. It's like, I just don't care. Like, you're not living your life. If you're bothered by something about me, you're really not living in an exemplary way that I want.
Yes.
So
My best guess, either people find me very direct and maybe I comment on people's personalities a lot, so they feel like they want to do it back to me, but I don't think I do. Or in human design, the fifth line has a huge projection field. So I think when people are with me, what's happening is they're seeing themselves in some sort of either similar or contrast. So they almost want to comment on it because they're like, why am I feeling this more? And then I, as someone who's not seen very clearly often, have to like check to be like, oh, because people do it to me. Like
why are you not being seen very often? What do you mean by that?
in human design, the 2 and the 5 have a projection field, meaning people really see in us what they want to see in us. They either see themselves, they see what they love about themselves, or they hate about themselves. It's almost like my friend Alex once described it as like there's a series of mirrors around me. And so when you come to meet me, you really meet yourself. And only those people that are willing to go deeper ever truly know me. Everyone else is just seeing their own perception.
Okay, wait, do I know you? Because a lot of the things I love about you are very Gemini. The things I love most about you is like, you're so different the way you do it, but we're the same.
Like, oh, I mean, either way, it's a good outcome. I think
Yeah,
I feel more Gemini around you. I don't feel like
yeah.
I identified as Gemini as much as and I was like, oh yeah, because I didn't know my birth time, right? So I always was kind of playing with what it was until I got a rectification of my chart. But
Side note to everybody listening slash watching, when I was in Tulum with Erin, we were up till like 4 in the morning on like an 11 a.m. cacao bowl. Like, I don't even think we were having coffee. And we were just like buzzing until 4 in the morning because it was a Gemini full moon, wasn't it? Or was it Sag? No, it was Gemini because it was end of November,
Sagittarius,
December, Gemini. Yeah.
yeah,
But we was just lit up like a Christmas tree and we could not exhaust our minds. Like we were just talking, 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 talking.
yeah, no, that I could talk for days. I could talk for days. So I find in human design, other fifth lines can see me, and I find in astrology, if you have strong fire placements, you can see me. That's my
Mm,
experience. But I could,
mm.
or I just like those people. But
Yeah,
other,
I think they're handshaking the way that your modus operandi, like the way that you are actionable is like a handshake for them versus seeing you. They probably just love that you be doing get shit done. Simon's a 5, isn't he?
no, he's a 6'2" or 2'6".
But two's also projectory.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
because it
has a
sounds.
projection field. Um, so my question to you is, how are we just gonna drain this
Mm,
cyst every day?
mm, I thought you were going to say, how are we going to end this podcast? I'm like, we just said that we never stop talking. Like, we have to come to an unnatural end if you want to end this. How am I going to drain the cyst? I'm literally going to do creative stuff. I'm going to value it
Yeah.
In the lens of self-expression, self-preservation, and health.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't have an issue with, okay, I don't have an issue with gold pouring out of me whenever I write.
We love a confident lady. We love a confident lady.
Yeah, so I don't care about what comes out. It's literally fucking doing it. Like Nike, just do it. Mama, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Get it done. So I don't even care what the outcome is. It doesn't have to be anything. So it's easy for me. It's like, oh yeah, you have to prioritize that because that is like the piece that makes me happiest on holidays is doing the creative stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Doing. But doing the actions that are the most impactful, not the small distracting ones.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Now you're being like now you're stealing the joy from it.
No. No, because I've been doing the ones that aren't important and it's not working for a long time.
Okay. Like what? Oh, you mean like rabbit hole. Like how do I
Yeah.
hashtag it properly?
Yeah. It's not.
Okay.
And I want to talk next time. I think we should talk about what we talked about yesterday, which was my inclination to be liked and figure out if someone's going to like me, and your inclination to be like, either you with this or you out. I think that would be good.
Yeah, because I'm already like I'm exhausted if I just won't be. Although yeah, like we'll put a pin in it, but I went for dinner in Montreal with two of Lisa's very close friends.
Yeah.
We were talking after and she was saying, "Oh, you're like I got to learn from you that you just like don't care. Like you're just like bleh." And she's like, and it works. Like people just see that it's the real you, whatever, something like that. And I was like, yeah, but I remember in my 20s feeling like it was an elevator pitch. If I met someone new, I had like such a pressing need. And I often came off way too strong, way too fast because I thought I had this like limited amount of their attention to make sure they understand how unique and fun I am. Do you think you're living in elevator pitch extension mode?
Sometimes I think the unique part about moving around so much, right? Like think about how much I move. I go to places no one knows who I am, and I started moving around when I was
San Diego almost.
yeah, and as a kid we moved. So I think there's a part of me that has a different experience than the average person. Is like people move places when they know people, not me. People go on vacations with like people have someone that grounds them into who they used to be. That's what I think. And I'm often starting afresh with people, and because it can feel isolating when I go to places and I don't find a group of people, there's a habit of being useful or liked so that I can
Yeah.
have a social circle, because it feels very almost like I'm
There's
starving.
almost a legitimate despair because you need a community. You need an in.
Yeah. And I've done it so much now that I have to really work at like not giving every new friend 5 fucking sessions to be their friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can't help it. I'm like, what's your
I did
astrology?
not get that promo, bitch. I did not get that promo code.
That's just how we met. And I literally, when I was thinking about this girl saying that I'm like, whatever she said, and I met you, I remember just being sitting on the bed being like, this girl is fucking insane. What did you let that person do in your life? And you're like, go, just give it. I remember being like, that must have been the funniest exchange. Because I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I remember being like, when I look at you, I believe you. You have boundaries. Can you tell me more about that? And then I was like, yeah. Okay, sorry, what's the Coles notes? Because it like was not like it was like that's true, that's right. Lord, I can't wait till we talk about the parasite, but we can never name her by name because she'd be suing people.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, we already have the next 2 podcasts planned out. So
yeah,
great.
Scribe it. I'll scribe it.
And the best part is, as it's called, you can take it or leave it. You can like what we said or not. It's just here for your consideration.
Let Erin know if you like her. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, actually, though, really, please do. In the show notes, we'll have a link if you want to work with Nada and her new website that she'll have out.
Wow, precious assistant.
Yeah.
Precious.
And I'll have the same links there. But this was a great first episode.
I thought it went really good.
Yeah,
obviously. I
true.
love myself on the back.
People really like us. Okay, great. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you, my love. Bye. Everybody.
Oh, she left.